Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm your host, Dr. Chem, and we are about to take a visually breathtaking journey deep into the quantum world. I want you to imagine zooming past galaxies and stars, diving right down into the electric blue probability clouds and discrete energy levels of individual atoms. Today, we're talking about quantum spectroscopy. We're going to see exactly how we map this microscopic universe using the fundamental laws of physics, advanced computational models, and light that we've specifically engineered at the quantum level.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be starting with the quantum spectroscopy revolution, moving into how we predict spectra, engineering squeezed light, decoding quantum biology, reading 2D spectra, and finally, testing the standard model itself.
So, to set our baseline here, what actually is quantum spectroscopy? Well, it isn't just one single tool. It's a completely revolutionary approach. We are utilizing the really strange rules of quantum mechanics, things like wave-particle duality, superposition, and entanglement, to look at matter closer than we ever have before. We're talking about measuring the interaction between electromagnetic radiation and atoms with a level of precision that classical physics literally cannot achieve.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Predicting Spectra with Quantum Chemistry.
Take a look at this holographic breakdown right here. You can see how different computational methods pair up perfectly with specific spectroscopy types. For instance, methods like time-dependent density functional theory, or TD-DFT for short, and configuration interaction are being used to predict electronic transitions for UV-Vis spectroscopy. This is exactly how researchers analyze excited states to build better, more efficient photovoltaics and solar cells. And for vibrational methods like IR and Raman, we rely on standard DFT and ab initio calculations to accurately map out bond strengths and functional groups. So why does all of this matter? The crucial takeaway is that by digitally charting potential energy surfaces and simulating these quantum transitions, quantum chemistry allows scientists to rationally design everything from pharmaceuticals to advanced OLED displays. Instead of spending months in a neon-lit laboratory mixing compounds in a blind trial-and-error approach, researchers can just use these models to optimize molecular properties dynamically. It lets us understand the exact pathways and charge transfer mechanisms before we ever run a physical experiment.
Moving right along to Section 2, Squeezed and Entangled Light.
Now that we have a handle on the computational side, let's step into the physical lab and see what happens when we engineer the light itself. You can see a massive difference here between classical and quantum light. Standard classical laser light is made up of isolated, random photons. Because of that randomness, it hits a hard limit of precision known as the shot noise limit, which is dictated by the standard quantum vacuum. But quantum light, it is a whole different ballgame. By creating correlated photon clusters, entangled pairs, and what we call squeeze states, we can actually manipulate and bypass those classical quantum fluctuations entirely.
Now, focus your attention on that spectral density graph from a real-world experiment. See that lower trace, the one labeled I? That shows how a phase-squeezed optical probe literally drops the noise floor 3.1 decibels below the standard vacuum limit. I mean, that is huge. By reducing the noise in one specific conjugate variable of the light field, scientists drastically improve the signal-to-noise ratio. This reveals tiny atomic resonances that would otherwise be completely invisible, hidden by quantum noise.
And this capability unlocks something absolutely incredible for the real world, especially in biology. Think about incredibly delicate biological imaging. With techniques like entangled two-photon excitation, we might be able to achieve the exact same excitation at many, many orders of magnitude lower optical power. That means we can probe highly complex biological systems with unbelievable sensitivity, all without frying our fragile samples with high-powered lasers. Which perfectly sets up Section 3, Decoding Quantum Biology.
This is honestly one of the most hotly debated, cutting-edge topics in science right now. For the past decade, researchers have been obsessed with a really profound question. Are biological organisms, like plants and bacteria, secretly utilizing deep quantum mechanics, things like long-lasting superposition and entanglement, to harvest light efficiently?
To investigate this wild idea, they looked at the FMO protein complex, which is found in green sulfur bacteria. It is an absolute marvel of nature. Just look at these glowing spatial visualizations. They map out a biological machine that uses a ladder of excitonic states to perfectly funnel light energy from the base plate all the way down to a photosynthetic reaction center. The energy literally flows downhill through this intricate network of pigment molecules.
To see how that energy moves,
we need Section 4, reading 2D electronic spectra.
To actually watch this ultra-fast energy transfer happening inside the FMO complex in real time, scientists had to deploy 2D electronic spectroscopy. This incredibly advanced process works in 3 elegant steps. First, a highly precise sequence of ultra-fast laser pulses interacts directly with the sample. Second, there's a specific time delay, called the population time, which allows the energy to actually migrate through the system. And finally, the resulting signal is captured and Fourier transformed. This takes a raw, complex time domain signal and converts it into a gorgeous visual map of frequencies.
And the output? An absolutely breathtaking 2D spectrum map. Look closely at those glowing off-diagonal regions. Those are the cross peaks, and they are the holy grail here. They physically reveal the excitonic coupling and the exact pathways of energy transferring between different pigments. When researchers watched these maps evolve over femtoseconds, they saw distinct oscillating signals, phenomena they called quantum beats.
Now, at first, these quantum beats literally sent shockwaves through the scientific community. People genuinely thought they were witnessing long-lasting quantum coherence. They thought nature was operating like a quantum computer at room temperature. But as the detailed analysis of the FMO complex progressed, the story shifted. It turns out true interexciton coherence actually decays in under 100 femtoseconds at room temperature. That is way too fast to aid in energy transfer. So what were those beats? Well, the long-lived oscillations we see are mostly just classical molecular vibrations on the electronic ground state. Nature is actually using the surrounding protein environment as a chaotic thermal bath to efficiently dissipate excess energy, forcing the excitation predictably downhill to the reaction center. It's beautifully classical at its functional core, even if the initial absorption is purely quantum.
Finally, let's step away from complex biology for Section 5, testing the standard model.
Here is where we use quantum spectroscopy to test the absolute bedrock laws of the universe itself. Scientists are using quantum methods to measure the magnetic moment of a single, isolated electron suspended inside the glowing core of a penning trap. By driving the electron with specific frequencies, they aren't just measuring a continuous classical shift. They are literally measuring the rate of distinct discrete quantum jumps. By tracking exactly 1 quantum transitions between the lowest cyclotron and spin states, they completely eliminate the classical errors associated with the electron's velocity. Just look at the sheer mind-bending scale of the precision on this data plot, representing the electron anomaly. Because of this quantum spectroscopic approach, researchers are able to test the standard model of particle physics to an astonishing accuracy of 1 part in 10 to the 13th power. That is literally the most precise prediction in all of physics, confirmed by measuring the fundamental quantum jumps of a single particle.
And I think that brilliantly ties this whole explainer together. From predicting how new solar cells will function using quantum chemistry, to squeezing light below the vacuum limit, to untangling the incredibly complex vibrational dynamics of photosynthesis, and even measuring the deepest laws of physics with a single electron, quantum spectroscopy isn't just a technique, it is our ultimate magnifying glass into reality. As we continue to build out our glowing networks of entangled photons and quantum sensors, we have to ask ourselves, what hidden universe will spectroscopy reveal next? Keep that in mind as you process all of this, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.